Chief MKO Abiola's wife, Zainab Abiola, demands 100 billion naira from police over alleged defamation. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. The late Chief MKO Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, the unprofessed winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, is one man whose name will continually ring a bell several years after his demise. The man from the southwest part of Nigeria, who is considered to have won the freest and the fairest election so far in the history of Nigeria, is one man that everything that is, mentioned about his name, maybe his wife or children or whatever he's done in the past, will always make headlines in the newspapers. The successful man is said to have made a lot of millions from his various businesses that span from communications to farming and businesses and so on, and is known to have several wives and lots of children. Now, one of his wives, Professor Zainab Abiola, the wife of the acclaimed winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, the late MKO Abiola, has dragged the Nigerian police force, Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali, to a federal high court in Abuja for alleged defamation. Joined as respondents were Ibrahim Alkali, son of the IGP, and former police orderly Teju Moses. Abiola in the suit with reference number FHA-ABJ-CS 2370202, filed by a lawyer Taiwo San, is challenging the police for violating our fundamental human rights to life and dignity of the human person. The news headline has generated mixed reactions among online users, and these are some of the comments. If Nigerian police is charged 100 billion naira for defamation, how much would they be charged for extrajudicial killing? Don't waste your time, Madam Abiola. Another person said, "Now wow, I remember how everyone was on the police side then. It's not good to conclude easily on social media. More investigation needs to be made by an external body." We also have another comment that said, "Is this woman wise enough?" Another person said, "Why are you attacking this woman now? Is it a crime for one to fight for her rights? Most of you people are not even ashamed of yourself for calling her names." Another one said, 1 billion naira for what? Another person said, "Woman, who makes you professor? You will just call yourself that name. And by the way, you're not his wife, because when he was alive, you divorced him to marry another man. Why answering Abiola's wife after his death? You should answer that person's name, not Abiola's wife." Wow, this is interesting. Another person said, "Where do you want to see 100 billion naira? Madam, are you joking?" Another person said, 100 what? Then another commenter said, "Don't worry, you will get trillion, not million." Another person said, "Think twice before making a comment." Another said, "Professor should decide another acceptable means of making money." Another said, "I thought the so-called professor is to pay 100 billion to Nigeria police for brutality. Suddenly she is making claims. This simply means that she has not changed for the violent attack." Another person said, 100 billion naira, what for? Another said, "The defamation issue or the content is uncompleted and is as such as never giving anybody a room to access and contribute." Another person said, "Defamation issues, which type of defamation? Please be specific and make it clearer to us." Another said, "What is this going on?" Now, for those who were not in the know of the story from the beginning, some months ago, a video circulated online where Mrs. Zainab Abiola was said to have assaulted her orderly, a female orderly, and she showed some bruises on her skin. And of course, they said she was being maltreated. It was alleged that the orderly was being maltreated and sent on errands and all of that. Now we know something is very common. A lot of our dignitaries, politicians, ex-politicians, those serving or those who have served, their spouses do have orderlies. Let's talk about the female side this time around. They have female orderlies as well. But in some condescending circumstances, we see these orderlies carrying their madam's bag, carrying the car keys, holding their handkerchiefs, opening the door. And the question is, why use a police officer, a trained police officer of the Nigerian police, to act as a nanny or even a PA? You know, if you're rich enough to get a police orderly, you should be rich enough to have a nanny or your PA do all that for you, but not with a respected police officer in uniform. This is actually quite condescending, you know, and we see them in parties where, you know, the outlook is most of the time nothing to write home about. Even some private security people are better treated than the police officers, which is such a pity. So in this situation, it was back and forth at that time, and what we heard was the case was in court till we heard now that she is charging the police force 100 billion naira. The question is, will she succeed in this, you know, suit that she's put in court, or will she not succeed? I think there should be a total overhauling, because we don't even have enough police officers to citizens, and we have all our dignitaries with 1, 2, 3, 4 or more orderlies following them, their spouses, their children, guarding their homes even if they are not there, their offices. And so who is left to do the work of protecting the citizens or to be in the police station? What's your comment on this? Like somebody said, maybe she was divorced from late Chief MKO Abiola. That cannot be confirmed right away, but she was known to have married him, you know, and that's why she's being referred to as Mrs. Zainab MKO Abiola. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next news. God bless Nigeria. Have a lovely day, and bye for now.